Hi, my name is John Williamson, founder and CEO of Lockbox AI. Listen, if you are in revenue cycle, you know exactly what the challenges are. It's tough to get the right patient information, to get the right claim out the door, to collect it on time, to get paid the right amount of money, and to do all of this in a timely fashion for every single claim. The reality is that whether you're a provider or a revenue cycle vendor, things are difficult. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Okay, so let's get to the heart of the issue. You've got a lot of data coming in to your EHR, which is not a very good revenue cycle tool. So you're then exporting it to spreadsheets and trying to run reports and do workflow from that. Whether it's patient data, eligibility, and demographics and benefits, the claims you're trying to send out the door with the right data on them, diagnosis codes and charge codes and modifiers and everything else. 835s and EOBs you're trying to reconcile back with deposits, which may or may not be there. And of course, there's recoupments and reversals. And then finally, notes that your staff are entering as they work accounts. All of this content going into your EHR is messy and it doesn't have very good reporting or analytics. And you're relying on these manually exported spreadsheets to create the reports you need, which ultimately are generic despite your Excel Ninja skills. There's no drill down capability all the way into an account so you can actually see context. So you're always stuck looking for really more bits of information that you can't fill in from those spreadsheet reports. And unfortunately, there are no insights unless you're gathering those insights as you're running the report and figuring things out, which are superficial and surface level. You're probably not getting to the core problems. And then, of course, you're trying to manage workflow, which unfortunately is disorganized. Despite your ability to group by payer or sort by oldest or highest balance, it's still pretty disorganized. You've got tons of manual processes, not just in generating this mess, but in actually doing the work and tracking the work that was done. And of course, you're relying on human intelligence. This means when your senior staff walk out the door or you can't retain and recruit new folks that are up to speed, you're in a bind. This is not a good way to manage your revenue cycle. And most of you are doing it just like this. The good news is this is exactly what Lockbox AI was designed for. Lockbox sits on top of your EHR. We pull out all of the data from there, as well as some of the data from the clearinghouse and alternatively from additional sources. We merge all that data together and then we enrich it with hundreds of flags and calculations and scores and predictions. We use that to then build analytics that are dynamic and flexible and group data in a logical way so you can understand what's going on and identify insights you would never have found on your own. And then we also give you the capability to run ad hoc analytics by natural language, meaning you can type in your question and what you want to see, and it spits back to you exactly that, and then you can tweak it. And from there, you can drive workflow. So we automatically batch work into logical work units of similar accounts so that it's beyond the scope of just grouping by payer and balance and those kinds of things to make it work logical. And then we suggest the next best action. And all of the activity that is taken can be logged in the system. And then productivity is reported on, performance and outcomes of that activity are tracked. And you can see everything in one spot on a desktop or in your hand on your mobile. Whether you're a revenue cycle company or you're a direct provider, you're going to know more about what's going on in your revenue cycle and manage your operation in a way that you've never been able to before. This is what we want to show you.